have you ever recollected your father's wrist or your grandfather's wrist? Wrist and idi. Which watch brand they used to wear? ఏందది? టైకూనా? టాటూవా? రాడో? My grandfather don't know the spelling of Rado, my friend. Titan. Or somebody said Hindustan Machine Tools HMT. ఎవరిని చూడండి రెండే మోడల్స్ ఉండేవి. వన్ దట్ స్టీల్ ఫ్రేమ్ టైప్ అండ్ ది అదర్ వన్ గలీజ్ ఉంటుంది అసలు. అండ్ ఓన్లీ వన్ లెదర్ స్ట్రాప్, బ్రౌన్ ఆర్ బ్లాక్. Apart from these four, do you find to see any kind of watch? No. Why? They don't have choice. Why they don't have choice? Because government used to produce them. HMT is a PSU. When PSUs produce products, mostly there are two different characteristics of their products. What are they? Prices are relatively low and you don't have so many varieties. Choice ఉండదు పెద్దగా కన్స్యూమర్కి. వై? దే ఆర్ నాట్ వరీడ్ అబౌట్ reinventing, inventing, design, giving added value to the product, etc. Now you look at Apple and Samsung. Every time, I think September, this Apple event takes place where the CEO of the company comes and give demo of all the new products or the features that are going to be added, right? Don't you think that it is a large scale event taking place? Tech event adi. Why they are conducting those events? Just to convince the consumers that if you buy this, these are the new features available which you can enjoy for so and so purposes. Why they are doing that? If they don't do that, their rival is ready to grab the entire consumer base. Who are they? Samsung. Whenever there is competition, ultimate beneficiaries are consumers. Why? Product quality will be improved manyfold. Today you look at watches. మీ పక్కన వాళ్ళు వాచ్లు చూడండి ఒకసారి. ఒకటే బ్రాండ్ ఉంది, అసలు వాచ్లే లేవు. వెరీ గుడ్. థ్యాంక్స్ టు మొబైల్ ఫోన్, స్మార్ట్ ఫోన్, యూ స్టాప్ ది వేరింగ్ వాచ్. ఎనీవేస్, ఇట్స్ అప్ టు యూ. బట్ యూ డూ హ్యావ్ డిఫరెంట్ వాచెస్ స్టార్టింగ్ విత్ రాడో. వాట్ ఈస్ దాట్? You don't know? Armani. Emporio Armani. So, some 35, 40, 50, 1 lakh. If you got 1 lakh, you'd better to buy Tissot or Tagwear, right? Anyways, the point is, today we got more diversity in one single product when it comes to watches. Now, recollect the childhood days where you have seen different kinds of cars on the road. Which cars? Ambassador. And in those days, very few people like politicians, business people, they used to remodel their car and they used to fit ACs. And at the end, near that number plate, they used to write AC. At that time, yes, you didn't see those cars? At that time, it is a privilege. Today, what kind of feeling you get if somebody writes AC? Are they producing non-AC cars? Why? Now, how many brands of automobiles we have in India, particularly in four-wheeler segment? Look at Maruti. I don't have words to express. Adi baguntada bagoda. But when it comes to accident, trust me, evvadu undadu. 100% guarantee that you go to confirm, ticket confirm. But why people buy it? Relatively low price and good mileage. No other car brand brings every year a new variant in its four-wheelers. మారుతిని చూడండి, ఏదో ఒక పేరు తీసుకొచ్చి ప్రతి సంవత్సరం కొత్త మోడల్ వస్తుంది. ఫర్గెట్ అబౌట్ వెదర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ పర్చేస్డ్ ఇన్ లార్జ్ నెంబర్ ఆర్ నాట్, హిట్టా ఫట్టా పక్కన పెడితే ఏదో ఒకటి ఒక కొత్త మోడల్ మార్కెట్లోకి వస్తుంది. వై? It has got its own audience, own loyal consumer base who looks into low price with basic amenities. మారుతి కారు కొనేవాడు ఎవడు కూడా నాకు సన్ రూఫ్ కావాలనుకోడు. అనుకుంటారా? సన్ రూఫ్ కావాలి అనుకుంటే యూ షుడ్ బర్న్ యూ పాకెట్ మోర్. On one hand, you got n number of automobile companies with n number of products. As a result, what happened to the efficiency of the product or the car in this example? I can give you two parameters. What happened to that comfort levels? Comfort in driving, comfort in travel. Increased manyfold. There are some cars which give you a very luxurious experience. And if those who have basic knowledge in cars, are you aware of this all wheel drive AWD enter? It is four wheel drive. When you apply, what is the advantage of a four wheel drive, all wheel drive? Yes. If not it is AWD, what kind of function it takes place? Only two wheels are functioning according to the engine. The remaining two wheels are just supporting, playing a sidekick role. And today, long distance travels are taken through personalized four-wheelers than public transportation. ఇక్కడ నుంచి విజయవాడ పోవాలి. People prefer car. If you don't believe me, stand on the highway. You get to see n number of cars in a given day. Right? What happened? Product quality increase. What about safety features? There is something called as crash test. Right? And accordingly, rankings are given. In the recent times, Hyundai is getting more, better rank in crash test, right? Compared to Honda City, I guess so. Or in the same segment, the other two sedans, which are they? One is Volkswagen Virtus and Skoda Slavia, right? Between these four companies, there is huge competition, but who stood first in terms of safety features? Now, the entire story is purely because no PSU is producing cars. We are happy for that. Why? Diversity is absent some time ago. Safety features are very minimum, right? Choice is very bad. And the quality of the product is absolutely ridiculous. Today, you got n number of products if your pocket is filled with cash. Next point. Distribution of income, mixed economy, write down. Exists only in private sector. Exists only in private sector. Exists only in private sector. Last point. So the question is, see, whenever I'm answering some questions from the front row students, last lo kuchondiki ardham kavatla about what I'm trying to say. The question is, when private companies are producing efficient goods in economy, then don't you think it is posing competition for the government to produce better goods? Does government organization or PSUs and private companies engage in production of same good? Then competition comes into picture only when both the sides are producing same good. For example, government is producing a mobile phone, Apple, Samsung are producing mobile phone, then there would be competition between government, say for example, like Apple, like Samsung, the new brand of government is Namo. Namo mobile phone, Narendra Modi mobile phone. Right? Or if it is Raga, Rahul Gandhi mobile phone. Now, who will buy Namo phone? Who will buy iPhone? Who will buy Samsung phone? Features, if not the aura of Namo. So it comes into picture only when they're producing same good or offering same service. Acha, very good example. If you got decent money and somebody is sick in your family, where do you take them? Why? Government is offering health care in government hospitals. GG అంటారు కదా, గవర్నమెంట్ హాస్పిటల్స్, వేర్ జనరల్ గవర్నమెంట్ హాస్పిటల్, వేర్ యూ గాట్ దే సే ఆల్ కైండ్స్ ఆఫ్ సర్వీస్ ఆర్ పాసిబుల్, రైట్? గాంధీకి పట్టుకెళ్తారా? గాంధీ కాదు. హ్యాస్ ఎనీబడి బీన్ టు దిస్ ఉస్మానియా హాస్పిటల్? I did not ask you, do you know where it is? The question is, have you been to Usmania hospital? సే సంథింగ్. ఎవరు వెళ్ళారా? కొంచెం పైకెత్తవయా, సిగ్గుపడే విషయం కాదు. వై? జస్ట్ ఫర్ రోమింగ్. వాట్ ఈస్ దేర్ టు రోమ్ ఇన్ హాస్పిటల్ మై ఫ్రెండ్? ఓకే, జస్ట్ లైక్ దాట్ టీపీ చేస్తున్నావు, టైం పాస్ చేస్తున్నావు అప్పుడు. ఓకే, డిడ్ యూ నోటీస్ సంథింగ్? Because I've been to Usmania Hospital for medical test after group 1 interview way back in 2012-13. ఇంటర్వ్యూ అయిపోయాక మెడికల్ టెస్ట్ ఉంటుంది, అక్కడికి పోవాలి. యా, వాట్ డిడ్ యూ అబ్జర్వ్ అపార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ నర్స్ అండ్ డాక్టరా? ల్యాక్ ఆఫ్ ఫెసిలిటీస్ టు బిగిన్ విత్. వెరీ గుడ్. దెన్ వెళ్ళావు నువ్వు, మరి ఏంటి చెప్తున్నావు? డోంట్ డూ దాట్. In any government hospital, my friend, there is something called mortuary. Mortuary is a place where dead bodies are kept. There should be some arrangement. అచ్చా, డబ్బులు లేవు మరి గవర్నమెంట్ దగ్గర ఏం చేయాలా? వెరీ గుడ్. టు బిగిన్ విత్, ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ ఈజ్ రెడిక్యులస్. మీకు ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తా. ఇఫ్ యూ గో టు గవర్నమెంట్, విత్ డ్యూ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు దోస్ పీపుల్ హూ ఆర్ ఫోర్స్డ్ టు గో టు గవర్నమెంట్ హాస్పిటల్ ఫర్ హెల్త్ కేర్, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ డిస్కరేజింగ్ ఆర్ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ రిడిక్యూలింగ్ దెమ్. ద మొమెంట్ యూ గో టు గవర్నమెంట్ హాస్పిటల్, యూ ఎక్వైర్ న్యూ డిసీజెస్ విచ్ యూ డు నాట్ హ్యావ్. లేనిపోయిన రోగాలు వస్తాయి. అండ్ యూ డోంట్ బిలీవ్ మీ, దిస్ మెడికల్ టెస్ట్ ఇన్ గ్రూప్ 1 పెద్దగా ఏం ఉండదు, పైన లైట్ లైట్గా చేస్తారు. బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ స్ట్రిక్ట్ in UPSC. And I still remember once I was allocated this Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital for medical tests. Twice it was Ambedkar Hospital in Rohini Sector 16. UPSC do have very strict medical examination procedure. Men should be removing all the clothes and you are supposed to walk on your toes wearing underwear. Orthopedician will check whether you are able to walk on your toes wearing underwear. నిజం, సిగ్గు కాపాడుకోవటానికి ట్రై చేయొద్దు, వదిలేయాలి. ఉమెన్కి ఎట్లుంటుందో నాకు తెలియదు. అట్ వన్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ దే టెస్ట్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్, రైట్? దెన్ సో యూ సపోజ్ టు గివ్ బ్లడ్ శాంపుల్, యూరిన్ శాంపుల్, ఎట్సెట్రా ఎట్సెట్రా. సో వీ వర్ ఆస్క్డ్ టు గో టు ఎ వాష్రూమ్ అండ్ కలెక్ట్ యూరిన్ ఇన్ దోస్ sampling bottles. Trust me, those washrooms are disgusting. When we went, I said no. ఇంటర్వ్యూ దాకా పోయి లేనిపోయిన రోగాలు అంటించుకురావటం చాలా కష్టం. యు నో దిస్. Then I asked that the man who is assisting us with our application forms, వాడిని అడిగాను, ఒక 100 రూపాయలు ఇస్తాను డాక్టర్ రూమ్లోకి పోనివ్వని. లంచం ఇచ్చాను నేను. Then the doctor overheard the conversation and he said, what happened, sir? I said, washrooms are not good. Then he shouted on the man who is assisting us and asked him to take us to doctor's washrooms. They are relatively clean and maintained properly. Now the question is, why not private hospitals and government hospitals do have same maintenance? It is about quality of service. మీరు చెప్పారు కదా కాంపిటీషన్ అని. Where is competition in this example? Are you paying something in government hospital? Imagine government also begins to charge from people. Then what happens? Then see, that means competition comes into picture only when two different entities are producing either same goods or same service. Last point. Distribution of income. Distribution of income. How income is distributed under capitalist economy? When I say income distribution, two words should come into your mind: equal, unequal. So in capitalist economy, what would be the nature of income distribution? Unequal. What do you mean by that? There would be social inequality in terms of income distribution. That means there would be rich class and there would be poor class. Write down. Highly unequal. Highly unequal. Under capitalist economy, write down highly unequal. Under socialist economy, mostly equal. I mean, we can't achieve that equality, egalitarianism, right? You understand? Mostly equal. In socialist economy, there is no chance of private ownership. Fine, agreed. Very good, you got it right. In socialist economy, don't you think there is a necessity of cabinet? Cabinet ఉండాలనా వద్దా? ప్రైమ్ మినిస్టర్ ఉండాలనా వద్దా? లేదు ప్రెసిడెంట్. కామన్ మ్యాన్కి ప్రెసిడెంట్కి ఒకటే ఫెసిలిటీస్ ఉంటాయా? వెల్త్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఒకేలా ఉంటుందా? శాలరీస్ ఒకేలా ఉంటాయా? ఇన్ఎవిటబుల్లీ ఇన్ఈక్వాలిటీ ఉంటుందా లేదా? ఈవెన్ your prime ministers are also citizens of a country, my friend. One పక్కన పెట్టేద్దామా? అచ్చా, law of convenience. No, we should consider everybody in the society, right? So mostly equal. Come to the other side, last one, mixed economy. Considerable inequalities exist. Considerable inequalities exist. Now, so we're about to end this discussion. Since we are very well aware of the three types of economy, in any mixed economy, what would be the basic goals? Basic goals of mixed economy. Just think for a minute. Mixed economy lo basic goals ఏ ఉంటాయి? Developed. Can I say equity? Rather than equality, equity would be a better word. Equity means what? Fairness. Fairness in what context? Distribution of wealth, distribution of income, distribution of goods and opportunities. Right? Equity. Very good. Equity. What else? Balanced economic growth. Why balanced? హై ఎకనమిక్ గ్రోత్ రేట్, తప్పే ఉంది అందులో. ఈవెన్ దో యూ కాంట్ అచీవ్ ఇట్, అట్లీస్ట్ ఎయిమ్ ఫర్ ఇట్. నా క్వశ్చన్ అర్థమైందా? హౌ డు యూ మేనేజ్ డెవలప్మెంట్ అండ్ వెల్ఫేర్? లాస్ట్లో ఎవరిని ఆన్సర్లు చెప్పండి. హరీష్ చెప్పు. సంతోషి ఇట్టే ముగ్గులు వేస్తా, నాకు వినపట్ల. సౌండ్ పెంచమా? ఏముంటుంది? ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్, రైట్. దెన్ పెంచాలి అది కూడా. పవర్టీ డిక్రీజ్ అవుద్దా? అవుద్దేంద్రా? వాట్ ఆర్ గోల్స్ మై ఫ్రెండ్? ఏడ్చినట్టే ఉంది. రైట్. ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఈక్విటీ. ఈక్విటీ. సెకండ్ వన్ స్టెబిలిటీ. Stability. Third one efficiency. Fourth one economic growth. Fifth one full employment. Full employment. Now as a result, what happens? So let me explain each point one by one so that you have a very broad understanding of the nature of Indian economy. Indian economy is a classic example of mixed economy. What do you mean by equity? I said equity means fairness. Fairness in what? Distribution of income, distribution of goods, distribution of opportunities. What is a mechanism for this? What is a mechanism for distribution of income? Any mechanism for distribution of income? There are three letters, DBT. Heard about it? What is DBT? Direct benefits transfer scheme. Who get these direct benefits? Imagine Poor students in colleges are getting scholarship. What do you call that? Poor widow women are getting pensions, or physically disabled are getting some kind of financial assistance. What do you call this? Some kind of fairness, some kind of equity in giving them some kind of financial incentive. So that is example for that is a mechanism. DBT is one mechanism, right? What is the next one? What kind of stability you are talking about? The stability in this case speaks about macroeconomic indicators. Remember, this is very interesting debate. What are macroeconomic indicators? We discussed the other day, I guess. One is GDP. Chabu, Gobi. ఏం రాదు ఎగ్జామ్లో, మళ్ళీ చెప్తా ఉన్నా. క్లాస్ విని ఇంటికి పోయి చదవకపోతే 0 వస్తుంది ఎగ్జామ్లో. ముందు చిలకలాగా నవ్వటం మానేసి, ఆ బైక్ మీద తిరుగుళ్ళు మానేసి పుస్తకాలు తీసి చదువుకోవాలి. Your friends will make or break your career. Listen to this very carefully. ఒకడు బైక్ మీద ఎక్కించి ఊరంతా తిప్పుతున్నాడంటే ఆడి బెస్ట్ ఫ్రెండ్ కాదు, వర్స్ట్ ఫ్రెండ్ ఆడు. ఆడిది ప్రిలిమ్స్ పోద్ది, నీది పోద్ది, ఇద్దరు ఎటు కాకుండా పోతారు. మనకి ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పాను నీకు, నీ పేరే వాడినట్టున్న ఆప్షనల్ క్లాస్లో ఒక రీల్ చూసాను నేను. స్కూల్ పిల్లలు అనుకుంటా, ఆడికి సరిగ్గా మూతి మీద మీసం కూడా మలవలా. ఈ అమ్మాయి, గోపి నా కోసం సిగరెట్లు మానేస్తావా అంటది. వాడు నీ కోసం ఏమైనా చేస్తారంటాడు. 10th క్లాస్లో 9th క్లాస్లో ఉంటారు వాళ్ళు. మ్యాక్సిమం అవుద్ది, రేపు ఆడు ఆటో డ్రైవర్ అవుతాడు, ఆ అమ్మాయి 4 ఏళ్లలో పాచి పని చేసుకుంటుంది. టేక్ అడ్వైస్ సీరియస్లీ. ఎన్నిసార్లు చెప్పుకుంటా మ్యాక్రో ఎకనామిక్ ఇండికేటర్స్ ఎట్లా వస్తుంది? చలో, జీడిపి ఎట్లా ఉందంటే, ఇగో ఈ 10 మందికే క్లాస్ చెప్తున్నట్టుంది. ఇగో అదొక గ్రూప్, ఇదొక గ్రూప్ లాగా. చెప్పమ్మా. జీడిపి వెరీ గుడ్. అన్ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్, పవర్టీ, గ్రోత్, బ్యాలెన్స్ ఆఫ్ పేమెంట్స్, ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్, ఇంట్రెస్ట్ రేట్స్, రైట్? Right, credit growth, etc. Right? Let us take GDP. What do you mean by stability? What do you mean by stability in the context of GDP? What do you mean by stability in the context of poverty and unemployment? What do you mean by investment in the context of, stability in the context of investment? Imagine your investment is following sine curve. Sine curve అంటే ఎట్లా ఉంటుంది? స్ట్రైట్ లైనా, గ్రాడ్యువల్ రైజా, ఇదా? వాట్ డు మీన్ బై దిస్? 2020 $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. 2021, 2022, what is happening? A gradual increase in investment. This is called stability. In 2020, it is $1 million investment. In 2022, it is 5 million. In 2023, it is 2 million. What do you call this? Investment is fluctuating or highly volatile. Same example can be given in the context of GDP growth rates. Same example can be given in the context of capital formation, credit availability, balance of payments, etc. Now, give me one challenge because of not maintaining stability in the context of GDP, because all other things will follow the same story. Okkad cheppandi consequence if your GDP growth rates are not stable. Companies from outside don't invest. That is a consequence, but before that something takes place. Inflation. How? I said GDP growth rate is not stable. How inflation? Why? Prices will increase only when there is scarcity. I said GDP is not declining, the rate of growth is decreasing. Remember, there are two things. I hope you understand this. Malli modatiki vachinattunna nenu. growth rate increase or decrease is different from increase or decrease of GDP. Do you get it? Ardham gala. Okay, example chepta. First year of engineering, you got 60% marks. Second year, you got 65. What is the rate of growth of your marks from first year to second year? It is 5%. Your maths faculty would have been embarrassed. How do you calculate increase in percentage, my friend? 65 minus 60 by 100, 5 by 100. How much is your rise, percentage of rise in marks? మరి 5% ఎందుకు? 5% అంటే 100కి 5 మార్కులు పెరగటం. Now, the question is, first year 60%. ఇవే. Second year 80%. Third year 81%. Marks increased, agreed, but rate of increase in marks decreased. ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇక్కడికి ఎంత పెరిగింది? ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇక్కడికి ఎంత పెరిగింది? పెరిగింది, బట్ ద గ్రోత్ రేట్ ఈజ్ రిలేటివ్లీ లెస్. ఇదే చెప్పడానికి ట్రై చేస్తున్నా. రిమెంబర్ దిస్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద క్వశ్చన్ నౌ? GDP growth rate is not stable. What is the consequence? We'll come to that. Everything is a consequence. Listen to the story first. In every country, there are domestic rating agencies and international rating agencies of economy. Heard about Moody's? Moodys. Moody's. International rating agency. It rates economies and their performance. Heard about Standard and Poor? S&P. Another agency. Heard about Fitch? FITCH. Another international agency. What do they do? ఈ ఏజెన్సీలు ఏం చేస్తాయి? They give ratings to economies across the world. Say for example, this is India's rating. If your GDP is continuously performing well, increasing, you may promote to. Still, if you are extremely well in maintaining consistent GDP growth rates, from here you got elevated. If you underperform, that means there is no stability in the GDP growth rates. What happens? These credit rating agencies will downgrade your ranking. What happens when they downgrade your ranking? Now somebody said here, investment evaru chepparu. Who said that something about investment? You are right. Because of downgrading of your economy in terms of ranking, foreign direct investment decreases. Foreign institutional investment decreases. Together, foreign investment coming into your economy decreases. First consequence. When investment is decreasing, what will happen to production? Will production increase or decrease? When production is increasing, what happens to employment? When production is decreasing, will employment increase or decrease? That means unemployment is increasing or employment is decreasing, both means the same. Then what happens to consumption of goods? Decreases. What is happening? This is nothing but a vicious cycle. Do you understand what is the cost of not maintaining stability in any of the macroeconomic indicators? This is a consequence. And to revive your economy from this stage of underperformance or challenges is not an easy thing. It is a very tough thing. Okay, next. What is the next point? Efficiency. Why efficiency is an important goal in mixed economy? Any relationship regarding efficiency? Why efficiency is important in this case? In which context? Efficiency in production. When I bring efficiency in the context of production, am I not referring to something called as technology? If I bring efficiency and technology into production, what happens to my quantity and quality? What happens to quantity and quality of goods produced, services produced? They witness increase. When goods and services produced in India are increasing in terms of quantity and quality, don't you think you are ready for? Once your exports are increasing, what will happen to your rupee value? Will it appreciate or depreciate? What happens to your balance of payment within this current account deficit? It will improve. It may turn into current account surplus. All these are virtuous cycle. That is why you need to maintain efficiency. Now, in this case, I can give you an example which will blow your mind, I guess. When I say about efficiency, what things that come into your mind? Efficiency ante mind like ఏమొస్తుంది ఫస్ట్? స్కిల్, వర్క్ ఫోర్స్, ప్రొడక్ట్ వైజ్, quality. So, can I say standardization of product in terms of efficiency? Now, right. Standardization. In terms of electronics, maintaining the standards to make a statement that your products are highly efficient, there is always a greater possibility. It is not a big deal, I guess. But imagine if you are exporting agricultural products, how do you maintain this standardization? But unfortunately, India do not have so much of organic production. I think Sikkim, apart from few northeastern states, organic production is yet to become a reality. What are standards here in terms of agri production, including fruits, vegetables, flowers, etc.? One is a particulate matter. అవునా? ఎందులో వస్తుంది particulate matter? ఎయిర్ పొల్యూషన్లో వస్తుంది. మరి ఇక్కడ ఎందుకు వచ్చింది? ఏదో వింటా ఉన్నారు, నాట్ పేయింగ్ అటెన్షన్. It is about presence of insecticide, pesticides, which are chemical insecticides and pesticides. Then what else is standardization? Okay, example చెప్తా. హర్ష, హై వ్యాలిడ్ సీడ్స్ అది ఎందుకు వచ్చిందో? చేద్దాం. The example is, we used to export bananas. Banana. Okay. చెప్పాలి కదమ్మా. Bananas. Where? Europe. And you know, European Union is a classic example of economic union, right? One of the consignments from India, the bananas got rejected. You know why? Carbide. Packaging is not good. These are commonsensical answers. Who said shape of banana? Right answer. What happened to shape of banana? Curved. Banana straight undalna? Right, you got it right. I read this in Hindu newspaper and I was shocked. They have A degree of curvature in banana. ఎప్పుడైనా అందరూ బనానాస్ తిన్నాగా? హ్యావ్ యూ వరీడ్ అబౌట్ ద కర్వ్ ఆఫ్ బనానా? బనానా ఎంత వంగింది అని ఎప్పుడైనా మైండ్లోకి వచ్చిందా? కలర్ ఆఫ్ ద పీల్ ఎప్పుడైనా మైండ్లోకి వచ్చిందా? వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ యూ డూ వెన్ ఎవర్ సంబడి గివ్స్ యూ బనానా? You peel it out and you eat it. Simple. I never worried, honestly speaking. I don't know about you. నాకు అసలు థాట్ కూడా ఎప్పుడు రాలే. They rejected the consignment because if their standard of bent is 8 degrees, our bananas bent for 10 degrees. ఎవడన్నా చేస్తాడా? Now tell me. So it is very strange thing for us. But do you understand what do you mean by standardization? That is standardization. Why certain strict norms are considered for standardization? To prevent wastage of product and to ensure quality product only reaches the market. That is why products in foreign markets are more qualitative rather than the products available in India. I can give another example. Mostly you might have experienced this. How many of you had tasted Kit Kat? ఏమంటారు? చాక్లెటా, వేఫరా, చాక్లెట్ అండ్ వేఫరా, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఈస్. వేర్ డిడ్ యూ పర్చేజ్ ఇట్? షాప్. వావ్. My question is, India or outside India? India. Very good. Anybody in the class who tasted Kit Kats got from other countries at the same time purchased in India untasted? ఎవరు చేయొచ్చండి ఒకసారి? Did you observe any change? Very good. What did you observe? Same company, same components. Why there is taste difference? మీకు నచ్చదు కానీ go on. Cost of manufacturing. But why they're compromising on the quality of ingredients? Don't you think quality of ingredients is the reason behind the taste difference? No? మన దగ్గర కిట్ క్యాట్కి అబ్రాడ్లో కిట్ క్యాట్కి చాలా డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంటుంది. మన దగ్గర ది మోస్ట్ లోయెస్ట్ గ్రేడ్ ఆఫ్ కాంపోనెంట్స్ ఆర్ యూస్డ్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కోకా పౌడర్ చెప్తా నేను. దెర్ ఆర్ డిఫరెంట్ గ్రేడ్స్ ఇన్ కోకా పౌడర్. High quality grade is used in making of chocolates which are sold in developed markets, and anything but not cocoa is also used, and lowest grade of cocoa is used in making chocolates which are sold in developing countries. Manam ade. If you want me to give examples, I can give examples of coffee also. I can give examples of some exotic fruits and vegetables cultivated in Northeast India. Whenever you are in Delhi, and if at all there is any a time when agricultural exhibition is conducted, every year it takes place in Pragati Maidan in Delhi. If you are there in Delhi at that time, go and visit it. It will blow your mind. The vegetables grown in Northeast are so tasteful. Why? Sikkim is the only state to become organic state in terms of agricultural production. Have you tasted organically produced fruits and vegetables? No? Yes? Did you find taste difference? What are we consuming is not organic. As a result, the price is less. Whatever is organic, it is exported to other countries. ఒక స్టాల్కి వెళ్ళాను నేను. I've been to a stall and I asked him, have you heard about this lychee fruit? What is the size of lychee fruit you have seen? This much. I have seen lychee fruit of the size of apple. Did you see that? Where? Huh? In the market in Hyderabad. In that Banjara Hills market. No? Where Ratnadeep? No way. Ratnadeep. నాకు తెలియకుండా రత్నదీప్ ఎట్లా లాయల్ కస్టమర్ నేను. Initially, I did not understand because you know the language. ఆడి ఇంగ్లీష్కి మన ఇంగ్లీష్ చాలా డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంటుంది. ఈజ్ నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ ఇండియన్. ఐ ఆస్క్డ్ హిమ్, ఏంద్రా బాబు ఇది, వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్? హీ సెడ్ ఫ్రూట్. ఏం ఫ్రూట్ ఇది? He said lychee. Then I recollect the shape of lychee sold in Hyderabad. It is this much. Peanut laga untadi. Then I asked him, why you don't sell these products here? They say, you can't afford the price. Yes, we can't afford the price. Export quality fruits, vegetables are extremely costly in domestic market. And what is the basic mechanism when you buy these fruits and vegetables? Bargaining. తక్కువకు రావాలి, ఫ్రెష్గా ఉండాలి. ఎట్లా? There is no magic in economics. Always there is logic. I can give another example. In winter, we come across an exotic fruit which is not grown in India as of now. Persimmon. Tried it? Tried? ఎవరు చెప్పారు? నేనే చెప్పా. నేను చెప్పాను కాబట్టి కొన్నా. యాంత్రోలు చెప్పా. ఏదో ఒకట్లే నువ్వు కొన్నావు, అది నాకు హ్యాపీగా ఉంది. That fruit per kg cost is mostly around 600. If you want to buy it one fruit individually, 80, 60, 90, 100 based on the season, size and quality. It is not grown here. Mostly either it is imported from Middle East or it is imported from Japan. The kind of fruit stalls we got in Hyderabad, if there are 100, only 10 fruit stalls get these fruits. Why? Not everywhere you find buyers of these exotic fruits, and that fruit is very rich in nutrients. చాలా బాగుంటుంది టేస్ట్. నెక్స్ట్ ఈ 2025 సీజన్లో నవంబర్లో వస్తాయి, కొనుక్కొని తినండి. ప్లేసులు కూడా 2 చెప్తా. ఒకటి హిమాయత్ నగర్లో, 2 ఇందిరా పార్క్ ఎదురుగా ఒకటి వస్తాడు. ఆడు 6:37కి వస్తాడు, 8:39కి అయిపోతాయి అవి. అప్పుడప్పుడు రత్నదీప్లో కూడా పెడతారు, అంత క్వాలిటీ ఉండవు. యూ నో వై? మ్యాక్సిమం రత్నదీప్లో 1-2 kgs తెస్తారు. నేను ఫస్ట్ పోయి మొత్తం తెచ్చుకుంటా, ఫ్రిడ్జ్లో పెట్టుకుంటా తెచ్చి, ఎవరు కొంచకుండా. It looks like a tomato, large tomato, where you peel off the skin and the flesh looks like apple. It is very tasty. Now my question is, why you are not able to maintain such standardization in your products? As a result, what you are losing? You are losing that space for agricultural goods. Being agrarian economy, don't you think you are supposed to export more agri goods? But what do we export? Services. So this is the paradox. What is the next point? Economic growth. Why economic growth is a very interesting goal in mixed economy? Unless until there is growth, you can't get revenue, so that you have to fund social welfare expenditure. In mixed economy, government has confined to those areas which are non-profitable. Government is into education, government is into healthcare, government is into social infrastructure. What is social infrastructure? School buildings, roads, railways, sanitation, right? All these are part of social infrastructure. Now in this case, unless until government gets more revenue in terms of tax revenue, non-tax revenue, how come government cater to the needs of poor in India? If a government has to give subsidized rice, it must earn from one side and spend on the other side. So economic growth, if it is stable and if it is continuous, consistent, it gives government much needed financial leverage. Right? Next. Full employment. Full employment addresses 2 perennial challenges in economy. One is poverty, the other one is unemployment. These are evergreen challenges in Indian economy. So this is the growth story of different types of economics.